Hey Kyle, yeah, you hit it right on the nose right there. Even though we didn't get the snow accumulations, the amount we were expecting, the couple inches to 4 inches here in and around the Grand Rapids area, it was that wet, slushy snow, and the temperatures are making really all the difference. At noon today, we are still above the freezing mark at 33 degrees, but as you mentioned just a moment ago, Kyle, we're right around 20 degrees, so that quick drop is making that wet, slushy snow turn to ice. This is just an example right here. Now what's happening is the cars are going over this initial surface right here and exposing this good packing snow, and as soon as it's exposed to these colder temperatures, it's just turning right into ice. Now that's one problem right now. I'm right next to I-96 at the Beltline, and the salt is working at the present time, but my concern is as temperatures will likely bottom out, lows between 10 and 15 degrees above zero, that's when the ice or the salt isn't quite as effective, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. Plus, trust me here, the wind is really picking up out of the north. So we saw a little bit more snow this afternoon. It was not that heavy wet snow, and that's the snow that's going to be blowing around quite a bit. Here's the impact roads, or the roads of concern, that I think are going to be problematic over the next 12 to 16 hours with this cross drifting of your M20, M21, M46, M57, 196 here once you get outside of the city, and also I-94. Now the north and south roads of concern will be right along the lake shore with that lake effect kicking in right around US 31 and also 94 right along the lake shore and 196. Boy, oh boy, if you have to do that trip to Chicago tomorrow, right around the southern tip of Lake Michigan, that is really going to be treacherous. But it looks as if, if you have to travel these roads, make sure you set the alarm clock a little bit early so you don't have to be in a rush tomorrow. It is going to be pretty tough out there, so be aware of that. Kyle, I think you have some positive news as far as the forecast trends in the 8-day coming up, so that looks better at least. Live right on I-196, I'm Storm Team 8 meteorologist Matt Kirkwod. Back to you. Hey Kyle, yeah, I had to travel 96. Right now I'm actually right at an interchange of the Beltline and 96 right now. And 96 is really good coming out of Grand Rapids to my location. The salt truck's hitting it pretty good, and right now the salt's fairly effective. And traffic was moving about 10 miles an hour below the speed limit. But Nick Ponton, my photojournalist, had the unenvious role of chasing accidents all over in and around the Metro Grand Rapids area, and he gave me kind of an update. He had to travel from the Greenville area all the way to Portland, east of Grand Rapids, 96, and he said up around M57 and the back roads up there, a lot of ice and also blowing and drifting, he noticed as he went through the afternoon. He said there was more ice in and around the Grand Rapids area. As he headed further out, it was more of just a blowing snow scenario. And that's really what we're going to have to deal with. The wind is really picking up out of there, right out of the north, and we're seeing sustained winds around 15 to 25 miles an hour with frequent gusts over 30 miles an hour. And I tell you what, once you get outside the city and all those open areas, those east and west oriented roads are really going to be the problem roads. What I'm talking about, we'll take it from north to south, M20 in particular, M46, M57, also I-96 outside of Grand Rapids if you're heading towards the Lansing area, or M21, M60 from Three Rivers over to Concha, and also 94 is going to be problematic as we see a lot of blowing and cross-drifting across the roads. Also, the north-south roads, oh boy, we're looking at US 31 and also 196 from Holland right down to the Benton Harbor area, but the worst of it, if you have to do that, I'll call it the gauntlet run to Chicago, if you will, south around Benton Harbor, right along the southern tip of Lake Michigan, that is going to be a treacherous drive tomorrow. But things are going to look a little bit better as we head into the 8-day forecast, and Kyle will talk more about that coming up later. I'm live here at 96 in the Beltline. Storm Team 8 meteorologist Matt Kirkwod. Back to you.